Very beautiful day out here. Right now I'm just walking in the fields. Let me show you. So right now I'm just walking around. It's a large field. The sun is out. It's a very nice day. It's a little windy, so I hope you guys can hear me. But it's a very beautiful day right now. So yes, the topic that I want to talk about is for all the dads, make sure you have faith in your parenting. What do I mean by this? What I'm talking about is when you say something to your child, when you give your child any kind of instruction or demand, let it be that. Don't turn away from your word. Because what I've experienced from family members is that some family members will think they can kind of override your demand to your own child. And that shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case at all. Whatever you tell your child to do, your child should know that you are the number one person that they should be listening to. Not their aunt, not their cousins, not even their grandmothers. And a lot of times I see that some children will think they could, because they're an adult, I can just listen to them. No, that's definitely not the case. If you know I'm your dad, right? You should know I'm the one that's telling you what to do. Number one, you have to listen to me. Not listen to anyone else before your own parent. And best believe, there are going to be people in your life, right? There are going to be people in your life that will try to tell your children what they should do. But you have to set the boundary. You got to let your children know this is the way that I'm teaching you. Everyone else's way is secondary to what I'm telling you. There are going to be people in life that's going to tell your children certain things that you're not going to agree with. Welcome, guys. Welcome in. We're talking about parenting, and we're talking about how you as a parent, when you say something to your children, you should have the last word. Not their aunts, not their grandmothers, not their cousins, none of them. You as a parent should have the primary last word. So what I was saying is, when you are a parent and your dad or mom, and you say something to your child, don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, override what you just told your child. Because there's going to be some people in your family that will tell you or suggest to you how to raise your own child. And that should not be. So what I'm saying to you guys is, have faith in your parenting. What's up? Yoonwoo? How you doing? Have faith in your parenting. Whatever you say goes. Don't go back on your word. Because how that makes you look is people are going to look at that as, oh, he's not serious. He's not serious what he's saying to his own child. What's going on, Bob? Yeah, this is alive. Welcome in, welcome in. Beautiful day today. So I'm out here just chatting it up with you guys, talking about parenting and how a lot of people in our families can just get a little over controlling with directions with our children. And it happens to the best of us. I've been in situations where my family has said things to my daughters and I didn't like it. Like, it got to a point where it was like, all right, I said something to my daughter, she should follow what I say. Not, oh no, I'm not gonna listen to daddy, I'm gonna listen to auntie, or I'm gonna listen to my cousin. That's not the right way to go. But if you don't have boundaries put in place, these things can happen. So I'm giving you guys these warnings because parenthood is really challenging. There's going to be a lot of phases you go through with your children. There's going to be things that you're not aware of with your children. People will say things as your child is growing up, and you're not going to like them. That's just the unfortunate thing. But we as parents, we just have to do our end. We have to do our part and kind of mitigate those risks from other people's words. If you get what I'm saying. Because there's going to be a lot of times in life where we'll hear things from the school, we'll hear things from our kids' peers that makes us feel uncomfortable. Because best believe, our children are going to go through different phases in life. And some of the phases that they're going to go through are going to be phases that we feel very uncomfortable with. Like I already know, I have 2 daughters, so I already know the phases I'm going to feel uncomfortable with. I'm definitely going to feel uncomfortable with the stage where she gets her first period. I know I'm going to be very uncomfortable with that stage. I know I'm going to get uncomfortable with the dating stage later on. That for sure I'm going to be uncomfortable with. Can you guys think of any stage of your parenthood where you may feel uncomfortable? Think about it now. Whether you have a daughter or whether you have a son. There's going to be stages where your son, he's going to come to you. He's going to be like, Mom, listen, I seen this girl and I felt a certain way. Things were tingling. And what you're going to say to him as a mom? That's going to be a very uncomfortable topic. What's up, Pratyush? How you doing? That's going to be a very uncomfortable topic. Moms get uncomfortable too, because there's going to be situations, just like I said, your son comes to you and be like, Mom, I saw this girl in school and there was something on her chest. And then it had like this nipple on it. What is that called? They will ask you some uncomfortable questions. But this is their way of discovering themselves. So I'm walking outside. It's a beautiful day. Let me show you. Look at this, guys. So I'm walking in a big field right now, just walking around. The sun is out, sun is shining, beautiful day. So yeah, what will you do when your child comes to you and asks you those uncomfortable questions? What will you say to them? How will you answer your child? Because best believe those questions are coming. And a lot of those questions can get very uncomfortable. I don't know what I'll say when my daughter comes to me and asks me, what's this on boys? How do the boys do this? And those kind of questions. Those are going to be uncomfortable. So I am from Connecticut, Bloomfield, Connecticut. So think about that, guys. What are you going to say to your children when they come to you and ask you some of these uncomfortable questions? Because best believe it's coming, and they're going through changes in their bodies. As they go on, these changes in their body are happening, and we have to realize they're no longer going to be our princesses and little princes. They'll always be that in our hearts, but we got to realize they're getting older. And our children, when they get older, they're going to have different needs. They're going to have different wants. So we have to grow with our kids in a way to kind of try to balance them out a little bit. Because we can't treat our little kids the same way we treated them when they were 3, 4 years old. It's tempting, trust me, because that's your baby. That's your baby right there. So that's one thing that I realize as I get older and I start seeing how my daughter's growing. What's up, Fatui? Falu, how you doing? I'm talking about parenthood right now. I don't know if you're a parent, a dad or mom, but that's the subject I'm speaking on. So, like I'm saying, we just have to keep going with our parenting and understand our children are going to love us, but they're going to love us in different ways. They're not going to love us the same way when they were 9 years old. They're not going to love us when they're the same when they were 4 years old. And that's because they go through different phases of life. And we have to continuously grow with them and understand this is not my little baby anymore. Regardless of how I feel and how I want to keep them at a young age, they're going to grow. They're going to grow and they're going to change. But I wanted to come on here and speak a little bit about it. I want to thank anyone that contributed to a comment, like. Thank you so much. I'm out. Peace.